Welcome to the Torii gates, where dreams are created and limiting beliefs are left behind. So on Sunday, that's tomorrow at 7 o'clock UK time, I am going, 7 o'clock PM UK time, I'm going to be sharing my very beautiful protocol for especially created for New Year's Eve, inspired by the Torii gates in Japan. So if you've been to Japan, or if you know about the Torii gates in Japan, they're these beautiful gates that are these structures that have been built outside the temples in accordance with the Shinto religion. And what you would do is you would walk through the gates. So there's often water, there's purifying water. You'll cleanse your hands before you enter the gate. So you'll cleanse yourself either in water lake or mountain lake. Oh, hi, hello. So before you walk through these Torii gates, you will cleanse your hands in either nearby lake water or mountain water or a bowl of water that's just left by the side of these temples. And then you walk through. And when I was reading up about this, because I've not been to Japan, it reminded me of growing up when I was very young, when we used to observe Shabbat, which is a Judaic ritual. And in Shabbat, you'd usher in the Shabbat. My mum was on a Friday night, light the candles, she'd say the prayer, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, she'd usher in the Shabbat, and the new Shabbat, and you'd say goodbye to the old week. And you spend the next portion of time with your family, connecting, community. And if you're an observant Jew, you wouldn't do any kind of work at all. And all religions, I know all religions have various versions of this, rituals where you purify, where you come back to the spirit, your essence. But I was thinking for Catholics, it's a bit different, isn't it? Because most religions believe that you're born in a state of purity, your essence, but with Catholics, you're actually born in a bit of a state of disrepair, in a state of sin, which I think is quite unlucky. You know, obviously as a Jew, it's all right because you're born with a clean slate, and then you've got, for me, a relatively short stint, at least, of being sin-free, which is quite nice. It's a bit like 200 quid from God for passing go. That's how I see it. Not that I'm observant or a believer, but that is my background. Anyway, so so you walk through these gates, and on tomorrow, the opportunity is really, the other thing I really love about the Torii gates is you've got a chance to walk through these gates into the sublime, but also with your ancestors. So people that you've lost, so people that have passed into a different realm, or even if you've lost a pet. And I know quite a few of you have actually lost an animal, a pet this year. So it gives you a chance to walk and be guided by those spirits, that essence of those people. Anyway, so it's an opportunity for you to leave behind. So before you walk into the gates of the sublime, through these gates, there's lots of hundreds of them, you get an opportunity to leave behind everything that's been detrimental to your 2024. So that can be whether it's financial or, spiritual, a career, relationship, whatever it is, you leave it behind. If it's not been working for your highest good, you leave it behind and you walk through into a state of sublime. Hello, Kesh. I didn't see you last night, but I'm seeing you now. Just talking about this beautiful protocol that I'm doing tomorrow night called the Torii Gates. And so you walk through with your ancestors that you've lost. And so it's a great opportunity to do that. I've actually used it twice since the 31st of December. I used it once with a client where she wanted to change relationship with food, so she left negative beliefs and patterns behind. And I used it for myself yesterday, and I used it while I was fully awake while I was running. So I was trying to beat my 5k time. And what I do when I run is I crank up the speed just a little bit as I'm after a portion of time. And what I was doing is I was imagining each of these as I was entering this period of cranking up my time. One of my friends that I've lost since I was young emerged. So I did a post about this a couple of days. I've had quite a lot of people that I've lost since the age of 5. But each time I ran through one of these imaginary gates for these speed times, one of my friends would come back from the other side, and I'd have a brief moment where I was with them, or they'd give me a message, something that I learned from them when they were alive, something that we've shared. It's really a beautiful opportunity, and you are invited to come. If you want to register, please do just ask for the link. And